Welcome to the next Traffic Ultimatum video. Now in this video, I'm going to cover the materials that George talks about in Chapter 4, Social Media Marketing, of the free traffic methods. So these are going to cover blog communities, so like Spicy Page and My Blog Log, as well as social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so as you can see here, I have spicypage.com loaded up in my web browser. And what I can do is I can type in the keyword that I want to target with this market, which is win her back. So I'll just search by that keyword on this site to see which other members are either interested in this topic or have submitted their own websites and their own content related around this topic. So it's just taking a moment here to search. Okay, so there we go. So you can see right away there's a site, get XBack tips. Okay, so this is a quick little snapshot of this site. Okay, there are 2 people who voted on this site. Okay, and let's go back and see if we can find others. Okay, so getxbacktips.com is also has a blog set up on their site, so they posted that as well. 6 different people have voted on that. Okay, so just gives you an idea. So what you can do is you can actually go ahead and do the exact same thing on Spicy Page, or you can do it on My Blog Log. So we can do the same thing. We can search by the keyword, and when you do, you'll find that there's already 1,297 different communities related to those keywords. Okay, so you can see win your X back. Okay, and then there's the community. Okay, and then another site is Blog Catalog. Okay, and you can do the search the same way. So this is actually a WordPress.com site that someone has set up, targeted at the keywords ways to get her back. And there's a Blogspot blog, another Blogspot blog. Okay, and there's 9,622 results that that Blog Catalog lists in their directory. Okay, so even your Squidoo pages, your hub pages, all those pages you can submit to Blog Catalog. And let me just show you very quickly how to do that. So I just click on the sign up button here. So I'm going to select a username. So I'm going to go with ways to win her back. Okay, so that's available. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and set up an email address at Gmail. Okay, so now I can select either I have a blog or I don't have a blog. Let's select I do have a blog. Okay, so I'm going to hit submit. And then there you go. So submit your blog title. So ways to, or we could do win her back guide. winherbackguide.com. Okay, so my country is Canada, English, the primary category, lifestyle, where is it? Lifestyle relationships, and that's it. Actually, I don't want a second category, just 1 second. Okay, and then short description about the blog. Once I have my description, I'll just hit the submit button to move on to the next step. So after hitting the submit button, I'll end up on a page like this. I apologize for the error earlier. It's just I needed to resubmit the information there. So after you hit the submit button, what you'll see is you'll see this page where you need to verify your ownership. So adding the blog catalog verification code is required. Okay, so you'll just need to take a few small steps then to take the blog catalog verification code, post it up onto your website, and then complete your submission. Once you do, though, your blog is then listed on blog catalog. You can then go ahead and select a newsfeed widget, a recent viewers widget. You can my communities widget, discussion widget. So there's all these different basically little pieces of code that you can take and paste into your WordPress blog. You take that code, paste it into your WordPress blog. People can see the conversations that are going on around your site. It's just a great way to have a little bit of social proof. Whenever someone comes to visit your website for the first time, one of the questions that does enter their mind is whether or not you are someone that they can trust. The fact that you're showing other faces, other recent viewers, is something that shows them that, hey, there are other people like me who are visiting this site. Any of the discussion widgets, or the news feed widgets, those would just add more social proof because they can see that you have a presence in the market, that there's people discussing your website, and as well they see that you're posting information on your Facebook account, your Twitter account, and all your other sites, so they see that you're out there as well. Okay, so once you have your blog community set up, what you can do is you can move on to the next step, and that's to create a presence on the social networking sites. So traditionally, one of the more popular social networking sites is MySpace. Now, you may or may not be able to create a presence in MySpace. What you used to be able to do, or what people taught you to do in MySpace, was to go and search for people that were interested in your market, add them as friends, and then basically um, have different ways of getting them towards your affiliate links. So whether you had your affiliate links in your profile page, or you posted them to your MySpace blog, or you posted MySpace videos and you had your URLs watermarked onto the videos or things of that nature. Whatever it is that you try to do, a lot of the activity was all inside of MySpace. Same thing with Bebo, which is this site here, or High Five, or Friendster, or any of the different sites. A lot of the tactics and strategies involved going to these sites, finding people who were interested in your market or who fit the demographics of your market, and then attempting to befriend them, contact them, and make your first point of your first point of contact be something that gets run through the social network itself. Nowadays, because of a lot of the spamming and things that have gone on as a result of those tactics, that one doesn't work as well as it used to. Two, doesn't necessarily be something that these sites want to promote. They want to get rid of that sort of activity. So the strategy that most people have found to be more successful and moving forward into the future is to create a presence on one site. Most people nowadays are choosing Facebook because Facebook is a very popular site. There are lots of people who are signed up with Facebook. They're familiar with how Facebook works. They're familiar with how to follow people. So what you can do is when you build your site, so in the case of this example, when you build the site at winherbackguide.com, you would have a section where, on the, say like here, on the right hand side, in a column, you would have a little box that would update your recent Facebook posts, or would have information about how to follow you on Facebook. Okay, so you see this all the time, especially with internet marketers. On their site, they have buttons that link to their Facebook profile, buttons that link to their Twitter profile, and because that's what works these days. Your first point of contact is not through Facebook. You don't log on to Facebook, search win her back or get her back, and try and find people who are in the process of breaking up with their girlfriend. That's not the strategy that is effective today. The strategy that is effective is to leverage the introduction that you get through other points of contact. So what you do is You have an article that you submit to Easy Articles, and you have a link at the end of that article that directs people to your website. Once they're on your website, they can sign up for a free report, they can read your other articles, they can watch your videos, they can also follow you on Facebook, follow you on Twitter, or join your Spicy page or your blog catalog or your My Blog community. Okay, so the first point of introduction in this case is the article, the video that they watch, and their site. So they kind of get to know you a little bit first. It's not blind. They're not, like I said before, the first introduction is not strictly from these sites. They get introduced to you first, then they can choose to follow you. And then all the communications that you have with them through Facebook, through Twitter, are very social communications. They're, giving information about your life, giving information about your struggles with, in this case, in this market, trying to get your ex back, as well as, little promotions about different products and things like that as well. So I'm just going to quickly go through the process of setting up a Facebook account just to show you what I mean here. So like I said earlier, I set up a Gmail email account. I chose the name of Dave Marshall. If you're following along with the persona information that George talks about in Google Sniper, it's just the name that I had picked in this case. So I'll set up a password. Okay, so in this case I am a male, and let's say I was born July. So just gonna pick a date. So now the date you can do, you can have it be something that's going to be close to your market as well. So if the demographics for your market are 25 to 30-year-olds, that's sort of the market that you want to stick with as well. Okay, so you'll click sign up. Okay, and then enter the CAPTCHA information. Click sign up again. Oh, it would help if I could get the CAPTCHA right. That should work this time. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then what you can do is you can invite friends that you have in your email to see if they're already on Facebook. Like I said, because you're setting up your Facebook presence probably from the foundation, the ground level, you're probably not going to have any friends already or any sort of relationships that you've built through your website. So it's always probably best to skip this step. Okay, you can enter, you can skip this information as well. You can upload a profile picture at this point as well. Just click save and continue then. Okay, so you can activate your mobile phone, you can find people that you know, you can fill out your profile information. Okay, so there's lots of different, just small little changes that you can make. Like I said, you'll upload a photo. Now you can either take a photo from your webcam and just upload it straight from the computer. Okay, like I said, you can edit your profile. So more information about yourself, whether or not you're in a relationship, any sort of personal information, contact information. Okay, just basic general information about yourself. Okay, so you can also add information. Okay, you can add anything here. If you have to, if you release a new video or a new article, you want to bring attention to that, you can post that information here. Okay, now the other thing that you want to look at too is you want to look at setting up different widgets. Because as I mentioned earlier, one of the things that a lot of the internet marketers are doing these days is they're posting Facebook buttons and Twitter buttons on their sites where you can follow them on Facebook and Twitter. So that's what you want to do as well. You just want to very quickly go into Facebook here and create a button that you can post onto your site. So let me show you how to do that. So to create that button or badge, what I can do is I can go to view my profile. Then select Create a Profile Badge. Okay, so I can choose where I'm going to add the badge. Okay, and then just copy and select. Now it'll look like that. So, you can make changes. You can use photo badges. Okay, the other thing you can do is you can go to Widgets Home. Okay, and the other thing that you want to do is you want to use the Facebook Share button. So anytime someone visiting your website sees some content that they think people who are friends of theirs on Facebook, that they think that they would like to see it, they can click that share button and they'll share it with their friends. Now, if I want to change the way this badge is going to look, what I can do is I can select Edit this badge. Okay, so I can make it a horizontal layout if I want. I can choose to remove the name, the email, the status updates. I can have it show my latest notes or upcoming events. Okay, so you can just click, it can also show the current city if I wanted to. And so any information that you want, you can have posted there. Okay, so just click the Save button. That is now saved, and then if I click there, just copy and then paste that information into my website. People who click on this button will then be able to head over to Facebook and add me as a friend on Facebook. Okay, so there's lots of different ways that you can promote yourself through Facebook. Like I said, though, a lot of them are deemed to be spammy. So, in all honesty, the best way is to create your presence at your site, have people come visit you at your site, and then connect with them through Facebook after they've already sort of been introduced to you, gotten comfortable with you. Then they want to follow what you're doing on Facebook and get to know you on a little bit deeper level. Okay, now another website that you can go after as far as connecting with people is Twitter. Now, just as with the other sites that we've been discussing, you can't really go to Twitter, search for Get Her Back or Win Her Back, and expect anything to come up. I mean, there's a couple of things here, especially because it's coming around Valentine's Day, but normally there's not much here, and it's really just people speaking randomly. It's not necessarily someone that's going to be interested in the market or in the offer that you want to promote. So just like we did with Facebook, what you want to do with Twitter is you want to sign up to create your own account. So you just enter in the same details. Okay, so that's a little bit too long, so let's try Win Her Back. Win Her Back Guide. Okay, so Win Her Back Guide would work. Gmail.com. Okay, so click on the Create Account button below. You're agreeing to the terms and services. Updates. No, I don't want email updates, so I'll just click Create My Account. Okay, so to get started, select the topics you're interested in, find a few people you want to hear from, then follow them. Okay, so I'm just going to skip these steps. Okay, so there you go. So there's my Twitter account. In order to fully confirm the account, I have to go back to that Gmail account. Just click the confirm button that's in the email, and there you go. So I know that was kind of fast, but there you go. Confirm your Twitter account for Get Her Back Guide. Please confirm your Twitter account by clicking on this link. Click on that link, it confirms the account for me. Okay, so if I hit the refresh button, it should show that it's been confirmed. There we go. So test post. There you go. Okay, so Win Her Back Guide test post is now set up. So using the same process that we did with Facebook, what I'll do is I'll go into Twitter here and I'll look for different badges and buttons that I can post onto my site. Okay, so let me show you very quickly how to do that as well. Before I do that though, let me just show you something here really quickly. What I want to do is you can select settings. Okay, so there's all the account information, password, notices. I want to go to profile. Okay, so you can change the picture. So just browse your computer, find a picture that you want to post. Probably the same picture that you use for your website and all your other materials like your hub page and your squeegee lens. Okay, you'll enter in the web address of your website. Okay, you can also add a little short biography if you like as well. Okay, the other thing you can do is you can also change the design. Rather than having the standard clouds, you can choose any design that you like. Okay, so there's lots of different choices. You can just, pick whichever one that you would like to have. Okay, and then select Save Changes. Okay, so that change has been saved. Okay, great. So that's very quickly to show you how you can make those changes. Now that we have that done, what we can also do is set up some widgets and some buttons. So we'll go down to the bottom of the page to where it says Goodies. Okay, so one of the first selections there is for widgets. Okay, so widgets let you display Twitter updates on your website or social network page. So if you remember in one of the earlier videos, when we were creating the Tumblr Tumblog and the hub page, you had the option of adding different modules, different sections of content, different capsules into your page. One of those capsules could be or could contain a widget that displays all your Twitter updates. This way, someone who's visiting those sites can see that you have a presence on Twitter, click on it, and then follow you on Twitter. Okay, so you can have widgets for your website, your profile widget, a search widget, a list widget. Okay, you can also have a Facebook. Okay, so it allows you to share your most recent Twitter updates with your Facebook friends. So it's a Facebook application that basically joins Twitter and Facebook together. Okay, so we're going to go back to the start here. I'm going to show you how to add a button now that we've discussed the widgets. Okay, so just select buttons. And really it's just a matter of choosing the button that I want, copying the code that I'm given, and then pasting it into my site. Okay, now when it comes to Twitter, in addition to just setting up your profile, there's also a few different tools that you can use to help make things a little bit easier. If you're not going to have a big presence on Twitter or you don't have a lot of followers, you may not want to consider these things because it's just as easy for you to do things manually. But if you do have a large following or you do have multiple Twitter accounts, you may want to look into these services. So the first is called Social Oomph. This used to be called Tweet Later. So I noticed in the course, George links to this, and he links to it off of tweet. He calls it Tweet Later when he links to it, but it links to this site. So don't be alarmed. That's why it's the same company, same service, just different name. To be honest. And what you can do with Social Oomph is you can schedule your tweets, you can track your keywords, Okay, you have the bit.ly URL shortening, okay, to track your clicks. You can vet new followers. So if you want to sort of sift through the different followers that you're getting and get rid of ones that you don't think are going to be valuable followers, you can do that. Okay, but it's not just limited to Twitter. Okay, there's also some Facebook features there as well. Okay, now another option is something like Tweeter Adder. Okay, so it's a Twitter promotion and marketing. But once again, I mean, although it is a potentially good tool for the right person, for the person who's going to have a big enough market to go after, where there's a big enough presence already on Twitter, there's no sense in investing in a software solution like this if there's not going to be a lot of people who are you're going to be able to visibly contact this way. And as well, it's always better for people to find you and then make the decision themselves to follow you on Facebook or Twitter. So if you focus a lot of your efforts on submitting videos and articles and press releases, doing forum marketing, doing Web 2.0 promotion and bookmarking and submitting your RSS feeds and pinging your updates, if you focus a lot of your efforts on that end of things in order to drive traffic to your website will do the work of building a relationship with the person, and then from there they can make the decision to follow you on Twitter, follow you on Facebook, and then once they're doing that, you can treat your Facebook and Twitter interactions much more similar to how you would treat an email marketing campaign. So you might find something cool, like a cool video that's related to the market, or a new study or something. It depends. It really depends on what market you're going after. But you can always point them in the direction of that information, and then continue to build that bond and continue to build that relationship with them. Okay, so but it should start on your website. It should start by your articles and your video marketing and things like that, and then people sort of find you through those means, and then find that, oh hey, he has a Facebook account, he has a Twitter account. Hey, why don't I join it and follow him on there? Rather than having it shoved down their throats like, hey, you want to be my friend? You want to follow me on Twitter? It's much more invasive that way. This way, it's like I said, it's more like they've found you, and I found that it's worked a lot better that way. Okay, so there you have it. Everything that's covered in the 4th chapter of the free traffic methods on social media marketing. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.